Hey, it's a Affinity Commit. I'm back with another Paleo tour. I'm here with Denebula Whitestar, one of our veteran Paleo tour guides. How you doing today, Denebula?
Much better now.
Yeah, off to a great start.
Between the two of us, yes, we are.
Oh, well, you know the drill. Where are we going?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
And
it's a
and this
little
is
baby
actually,
cylinder.
yes, you have seen this plot before, but it has received a total overhaul.
Oh yeah,
My first plot, the bed and breakfast, um, it's been completely changed. The only thing that's
nice.
really the same is the ring of trees, and even then, I just took a moment or two to straighten them.
All
But
right, cool.
yes, our door greeter, Syl, I believe you've met him before.
Yes, proper
All
introduction.
right.
Our gatekeeper.
Yes. Oh, I prefer the term greeter. He does a
Greeter,
very good
yes.
job. Yes, very positive individual.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with the outside simply
Excellent.
because, yeah, um, this is done with the first round of flowers before we got them in Bahari.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so all the lovely garden stuff around the bellflower fountains, with the smaller bellflower fountains as well. I have two of these on each side. Two are a little different than the other.
Oh
But before
nice.
we go, yes. Before we go inside to any of them, I do
Okay.
wish to show you the tents because there's a theme going on.
Ooh. All right.
Yep, two on this side and two on the other. What you see here is the Ravenclaw tent.
Ooh. Nice nice wall fixture. The
Yeah,
always it's always fascinating. I don't know why just the geometric stuff people come up with the chevrons, the bookcases. Those are super
yep,
cool.
yeah. I've done a version of a pattern of a quilt pattern I've seen called Flying Geese. It was just
Oh,
a simple, yeah, and I kept it simple to put on these walls. Um, Basically, in all four of these tents, the furniture choice and setup is the same, but
yeah.
the coloring is different.
That's
As you can tell,
cool.
this would be the Gryffindor tent.
Ah, yes.
And
Yes.
you can tell which house the tents belong to by the flowers outside and the color of the outhouse right next to it.
If there were such a thing, it would be Gryffindor. Ah.
Nice.
uh Very well done
Uh,
outside, and you always have a way of just showcasing some really cool capabilities, and point out like you could take a couple of flowers and an object and just like you make a thing, and you can repeat
yeah.
that, and you got a nice little pattern.
Oh, and I think when it comes to the front of the houses, I don't think there's so much any pattern as it is colorful.
Yes, yes.
There is a slight difference to the garden on this side. For one thing, I added the koi pond and a few more lights and
Ah,
made an entrance to Bahari with it.
and you know
So,
what? This
yes.
honestly, it's been a
Hmm.
while since I've been out here, uh, and you've made it just delightfully unrecognizable.
Oh, it's completely different. The
Yeah.
concept is the same, but beyond that, it's completely changed. And with apologies to my poor Slytherin friends for all of the pink, of course, I have the Slytherin tent.
Hey, you know what?
Hmm.
It's complimentary Slytherin.
There we go.
I know some people that would be very very happy to stay in this room regardless of their alignment in the Harry Potter fandom.
Absolutely. And then, of course, it was only with the cap sheet that I could actually make a Hufflepuff tent.
Yep. This is where I'll be hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Yep. We are both proud Hufflepuffs. So,
Yes,
yep.
we are.
I had fun with the Hufflepuff, well, all the house tents, to be honest.
Oh. That
Hmm.
is, yeah, that's really cool. Very, very
I'd
cool.
heard several people say they wanted to somehow represent the Harry Potter houses, and it was kind of fun to pull off. Are we ready to
Yeah,
go inside?
I am ready. Hey, those of you who are watching, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment what you think about the Harry Potter tents so far. Here we go. Take a deep breath.
The layout of the
Oh,
two buildings is the same, but the difference is we have, I guess you could say, one building where people who want to stay at the bed and breakfast, but they're a little more on a budget. So this is the house for our budget-minded individuals.
the room that
Um,
we're in right now, like
yes.
budget minded, you
Hmm.
get to sleep on the couch.
No, no, the
Okay,
rooms
no, I'm being
are
silly.
still. Don't kid yourself. There are some people who probably could crash on these couches. They look
Hey,
comfortable enough, and there are plenty of pillows.
it's a nice common area though, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
This is cool.
And this room, I believe, is uh, mostly the homestead furniture, but I did since I want to say the couch is called Killama couch, but other than that, it's mostly just regular homestead furniture.
Yeah, y'all confirm that. Let me know. All right, so one of the things that I thought that was really cool about this is just even though you build this as like a budget room, it's very very nice. Like you got your lighting, you got
Yeah.
all. I mean, this is a nice room to stay in. You know.
It is still warm, cozy, and comfortable. I mean, just because you're on a budget doesn't mean it can't be comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Even you go to
yeah.
Disney World, even the budget places are fancy, fancy enough.
Oh, my one of my aunts, who is uh, not no longer with us, she had the gift of hospitality like no one else,
Oh yeah.
and her home was rustic, pure and simple, because she was, well, my father's sister, so that means again cattle rancher's daughter. So
Yes.
even though the whole place was rustic, it was very welcoming, very warm, and I mean there was always food and drink available. That was the gift she had.
And
So yeah,
this room reminds you of her.
I'm sure it does. Yes,
Yeah.
because again, you've got the ranch kind of setting, and pretty much any kind of country setting a lot of times reminds me of my family.
It's beautiful. I love how people express like memories through Palia, like through the language.
Yeah.
I'm calling it the design language of Palia.
Mhm.
But hey, if
Um,
you haven't
yeah.
guessed already, the nebula is 100% clean core.
Hmm.
All right, I'm
I, d-
following
I, d-
you.
I do actually have a memorial area, but it's not on this plot.
Oh, yeah.
I do have, each house has two different bathrooms. This one is inspired by Ravenwood,
Oh
and
yeah.
so it has, yeah, mostly, if not all, well, I guess not all things are Ravenwood, the sink, because we don't have a sink for Ravenwood.
Get with it,
But
Singularity 6. This is what we need. This is
but
what we
hey,
this is what we've been reduced to. Like you got to stick your whole you got to
hey,
deep down
this
get
works in here just fine.
it really
I mean,
does. Really
yeah.
does. I mean, you'll be washing your hands up to your elbows, but hey, it's efficient, you know.
Yeah. And of course, across the way, we have a ranch style bathroom
Oh, nice.
and a
Very
little bit of a fish to greet everyone as they come in.
yeah, that's really cool. Just very lovely cozy space.
Thank you. And further down we get out of the seating area and the first two rooms of the bathroom, and we get the eating area.
I
You say that
love these. These are so colorful. They're
I
so
had
vibrant.
fun with, yeah, just coloring different themes. I thought rather than settling for just one, we'd mix it up.
Oh
And
yeah.
right now, I've I have out appetizers for everyone. Dinner hasn't quite started yet, but
Hmm.
like I say, the appetizers are ready.
First course. I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
And
The
to our
kitchen,
right, we have this lovely kitchen.
yep,
Awesome.
very very simple, basic kitchen, uh, functional, of course, and the chef is already hard at work.
It's totally I disagree with it being simple because I
Mm-hmm.
think simple minimizes it. I mean
Mm-hmm.
it's totally a clean core kitchen for one, but like you got all your plates, you got your cups, you got everything put away nice and neat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you said, it's very functional, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not basic, if that makes sense.
Ah,
Yes.
well, it's not backwards for sure. That I mean, because I mean, we have everything we need in here.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's
Totally.
just not as fancy as the other house, but everything is here.
Everything in its
This
place.
house, yes. Oh, that's definitely me. Everything in its place once I figure out where that place is. And this room is mostly investigator furniture, but since we have only a few pieces in that set, I was able to borrow some from the Ravenwood to fill out the room a bit.
It really works because like I
Hmm.
feel this room is the painting and stuff on the wall
Hmm.
totally captures like the midnight burning the midnight oil,
Hmm.
investigating like this lamp here on this table could just be
Yeah,
it's kind of be like the moonlight. But yeah, this is
yeah.
very well executed. That's pretty cool.
It's not too bright. That was one of the things I definitely got out of the Ravenwood and um, the Ravenwood and the investigator sets. Um,
Yeah.
what we have our den here,
Ooh.
and right now I have a industrial style of furniture in here. Yeah, I don't have actually have an industrial style bedroom, probably because I had it represented here in this room.
I love the chairs. They're always just so cushy.
Yeah.
And that I think this is a really good set for this room because of
Hmm.
your colors that you have on the floor, the wall. Like you kind of pull everything together that in that way. And just everybody who's watching right now, you can kind of take note when you take something like this and then you add little pops of color, it
Yeah.
it really will make a huge
It,
difference.
it's just a very neutral set, and it colors
It's
well.
calming.
If
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I say it colors well, here's a great example. The
Oh,
Ravenwood is again a furniture set that does not have a a dresser. So, I mean, if you use the berry, it fits in reasonably well with this set.
oh yeah. Yeah, and I can tell the difference in the wallpaper here. Like this
Mhm.
particular one, just it works really well with it as well. Like it's not, it's more of a brown, not a black,
That's
and just
right.
you
A
pull
lot
it
of
together
people,
really well.
yeah, a lot of people would use the onyx wallpaper. I found it too dark.
Yeah.
I want to say I used the smoky quartz in it that comes from that was the one given by Shane.
Hmm.
I mean, it's dark, but it still has enough light to keep it from being too dark.
Right. Yes. Yes. Cloudy, not
And
stormy.
yes, yes. And in here, this is a very familiar setup. I think um, the style was identical to my last Moonstruck room. The What's changed is the actual setup. I've moved some things around, but the
And
style is the same.
this particular furniture set is fun because of the organic nature of it
Mm-hmm.
inside of the like the I guess the branches and stuff in different colors. It can have completely different moods, and
Mm-hmm.
again, you've done a great job just like pulling together the colors, and then in this room, have adding a little pops of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bug where we all had to go turn back on our lights, I just now realized that I missed the candles in the corner.
They blew out. It's all right.
That's very, very possible. Just enough of a draft that I'm sure it could happen.
Yeah.
All right. If we're ready, we can also go to the other house. Like I say, that is a bit more of our upper scale of the two houses.
Oh, I'm ready. I am ready. Upper scale.
Hmm.
Don't forget to comment, let me know what you like so far. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Oh, it's nebula, sightlines. Oh my goodness. Again, you take that not completely dark, but the lighter wallpaper and just this you take something and you make it super elegant. It's so cool. Where should we head first?
Up to you. As in my own personal home, I put the dragon and the phoenix on either side. So
Oh,
that's where the first two rooms we have available to us.
nice. And it's cool that we have more of this furniture set and the people are
Oh,
able
I was
to kind of
so
express
glad.
themselves. It
I
just
was so
seems
glad to see other pieces.
you would have to have like multiple people just to carry this furniture in. Like it is solid.
Oh,
So
it's
solid.
got to be heavy.
Yeah. And then you have the lighter
Hmm.
dragon tide stuff. Very good
Yeah,
use of the fans. It's like surprise.
yeah. It just seems I don't know what it is about the dragon tide. Maybe it's the blue coloring, but it feels so much more airy,
It
lighter.
it does. Yes. It does seem very, very airy. And anytime I see those big fans, I always think of just like it just seems like it's making the room dance in a way, you know?
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very luxurious.
Okay, the next room, I actually did put some more cap chic in here just to again make a cozy seating room. Plus, it
This
didn't
is
use as many high level resources.
yeah, but this is really nice though. You put four of
It's
these
still gorgeous.
side tables together to form like a little coffee table thing with drawers. That's very
Hmm.
creative. There's so much to look at, even though
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
clean core. It's so cool. I like this. This has always been a fun trend that I've noticed people setting up vanities and
Hmm.
luxurious vat. I mean, that's one hell of a mirror. I mean, this seems like a kind of mirror you could you know speak
Well,
incantations into.
it's very ornate mirror, that's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but when it comes to the bathroom sets, if I wanted to keep a small bathroom, yeah, I was looking at Dragon Tide for this side of the house, and
totally.
and of course you mix in a few other pieces since once again they don't have the sink, um, and over here there were plenty of pieces to make a cap chic bathroom.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Like you, we're able to orient things in Palia, and it's cool how you have like a horizontal mirror. Like it could
I've
totally be
seen
vertical, but I mean
yeah
you could do all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah, I've seen some homes where you have one the long way. I've seen 'em where you have one sideways. I've seen some where they put multiples.
Yeah,
So, I
totally.
mean, your imagination is your limit.
And that is so true about Palia.
Mhm.
Ah, here we go. Snack
Yep,
time.
yep. Once again, the dining area. I have a couple of Dragon Tide tables that we have. This one's all set up uh, for basically East Asian seafood type of food. So yeah, this person's
All
already ready.
exp This is all expenses paid right there. Multiple
The
courses.
side house probably, and here we've got some of the both of the other tables. We have the fancy Mujin Bahari.
Yeah.
We have the oysters, and then I also have some steamed fish. But
So I'm looking
Yes,
at like that's totally beef Wellington. That's what it looks
that
like.
yeah. Oh yeah, it does look like. Um, Not because I ran out of item limit, but because I struggled to put everything on the table. That's why you see plates and cups, but not actually silverware. It's cheating on my part.
No, it's I wouldn't say that at all. I think this is very well done. This is kind of cool too because this seems like this would be it's accurate for a kitchen, to have multiple plates ready to go out, ready to get
Hmm.
served. You got the
Yeah,
chef
these are.
here that's looking after everything, making sure everything is precise.
Yep, yep. These two are working as a pair. We figured since there's probably um, fancier dishes, it would benefit them to have a team. So I have two chefs in here.
Yeah, totally. Couple of chappas. I mean, they're making things happen, not
Mhm.
making things broken.
Exactly. They're
This
well
is
trained chappas.
very lovely seating room, study room, lounge area.
Yes, it'd essentially be the library conservatory type of room. Uh, Still need books on the shelves, maybe a future update, but
Yeah,
certainly plenty of bookshelves.
this is a very like when you see it in this setting, especially with that wallpaper, and you got all the greenery and stuff. I mean, it just feels
It's
luxurious.
Yeah, it's a very posh room. That's why I've called this the more upscale building because once you put out the more of the bellflower items, you're definitely looking upscale.
Oh,
And
totally. Yeah.
yeah, I mean this den once again, it's all with the exception of the portraits, it's all bellflower items.
Yeah, just seeing it just how do they do that,
Yeah,
They
and
oh, this is pretty.
the one room where I actually kept the windows and not only that did uh bay windows. The word was temporarily escaping me,
Mm-hmm.
and totally decorated it to feel extravagant.
It just yeah, it takes it over the top. And the bay windows, how you decorated them, it 100% just feels very lively and opened up. And that wallpaper, of course, that wallpaper just
It
it feels like fancy. It's so fancy.
it really works with the set. I'm not sure what makes it work so well, but yeah, it does. The wallpaper with this, in spite of the colors not being identical, they just seem to really work well together, and it
Yes.
feels fancy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. And the last room, again, we have an indoor spa area.
Ah, this this wallpaper has been just one of those it's such a extravagant wallpaper, and
Mhm.
I know for some it can be kind of difficult as to what to use it with, but it's so it's so lovely, especially when you use it in this setting, this spa area, the marble with the gold accents and
Yeah,
yeah.
again, it feels very rich.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Exactly, exactly. And although I'm I wasn't sure if it fit in with the whole rich vibe. I still decorated with some of the nautical things because for some reason it still seemed to work.
I think it does absolutely. Anything that because when you think about jewelry and pearls, a lot of these shells just kind of have like a pearlescent vibe to them, and that
Mhm.
I think it ties it together, especially since it's a spa and there's water and yeah, very well done. I mean, just you just look down the way, you can see right there all the sight lines right there.
They're all just like the other building was one long building and rooms were all off to the side, both of these buildings are the same. So like you say, one very big sight line, and then the other rooms spin off from the sides.
Yeah,
So
that is cool because like right when you enter, that's a statement. You can just see all the way to the end, and ah, very well done, Denebula. Very well done.
thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Where to next?
We've seen everything. This is like I say, it's again, all the rooms are themed. I had the two rooms, the two gardens, or excuse me, the two houses, two gardens. So this actually is the whole plot.
Well, guess what time it is? It's 100% Q&A time.
Okay.
So,
And
didn't it?
and the cat seems to be under my arm.
Hey, as you say, catus interruptus.
Yeah, my real life one actually seems to be behaving for once.
So, what tour number is this? I mentioned earlier that you're a veteran, right? That I think that'll be
Ooh.
our first question. What tour is this? Is this 3 or 4? I mean, just talking full tours
Uh,
here, not the
yeah,
the
if you're
speed
talking
tours.
scheduled, I believe this is number 4.
My camera did some things. Huh. Tour number
Sorry
4.
about that.
So, no, it's
Yeah.
fine. So, tour number 4, you have done several businesses
Hmm.
and you've incorporated Harry Potter into this, which was super fun. What strategy do you use when you're laying out your plot? Because I think there are a lot of people that they kind of struggle with just the framework of a house. And during our last tour, those of you who caught it, remember I asked the Nebula about how to get started in tour. But let's talk about layout, right? How did you come
Okay.
up with like the structure of this layout?
Uh, there are several different ways you can actually come up with a layout. I mean, if you want to just have let's just plop rooms down and see what we come up with, that is certainly one valid option. Some people don't want this structure, but if you have ideas in mind, there are a couple of good tools. One of them is a Palia planner that lets you. It's a website that actually lets you attach different rooms and lay them out on the computer before you actually even start building anything. So that is one tool that is available to us. Uh, I've only recently started using that tool.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even started using that tool, I was a pen and paper sort of gal.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes like
have
the old
a
ways are best, just like
yep.
sketch it out. And we have some people in our community even that sketch out their entire plot, like their H view, and it blows my
Hmm.
mind. Because sometimes they've sent me the picture and I've laid it on top of their design, and it blows me away how people are able to do that. I can't do that.
I
My house looks
yeah.
like it's not good.
I have a and I'm sure there are people who are going to laugh at this, but I actually have a binder, believe it or not,
Oh no.
with with tabs that separate the multiple plots, so I can keep my sorry self organized.
Hey, listen to Nebula. As somebody who is clean core, and I know that there are
Uh-huh.
people that are watching right now that are also clean core. When you said binder, I'm sure a
Uh-huh.
lot of people had a big old ear to ear grin on their face.
There
That
may be some who are shaking their heads and says, "Oh, I have one of those."
yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
totally.
yeah.
Grid
Yeah.
paper, stickers, all different kinds
I
of
don't have I
markers.
don't Yeah, I didn't actually buy grid paper, although it would have probably made my designs more true to what the form actually should be. I had so much just regular straight ruled paper left over from my school days. Is like, let's just start using some of this up.
Yeah, hey.
rather than having to buy any supplies, it's just like, yeah, let's just draw on this. And it's a matter of making sure I have plenty of pencils and erasers on hand.
So, we're going to go off topic a little bit and cuz sometimes Q&A can be fun too, right? Those of you who stick
Oh,
around for the
absolutely.
Q&A. So, one, I'm going to ask, who is your favorite? This is a two-part question, okay? One,
Hmm.
who is your favorite NPC in Palia?
Oh boy.
And that's not even the hard question either.
No. Um, it would be so hard for me to name a favorite. I have a least favorite, but I don't have a favorite. I mean, I can tell you um, who my shep is and why I chose them.
I will
Um,
ask who your chef is, but
yes.
my second question
Hmm.
will be a follow-up after that.
Okay. Um, I chose Ashura for my shep. Now you know this, but not maybe the rest of the others don't know this, but um, my father passed on Easter last year. So when Paley became open beta in August,
Hmm.
I was still fresh in my grief. I mean, I had already based a character in my Hogwarts Legacy on Dad, and so here I had this game, and here we find Ashura, who is just nothing but kind, gracious,
Warm.
helpful, bends over backwards for you. Yeah, and it's just like I was getting father vibes from him big. And to me, there was no doubt in my mind who I wanted as my shep. None.
That's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. My second part of the question, and because the first part was like, well, there's so many
Hmm.
different NPCs, right?
Yes.
My second part of the question was and just because I know you,
Hmm.
what Harry Potter house do you think Ashura is in?
Oh, just the fact that I laid out what his qualities are, I'd call him a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
Because he's all about the relationships, building people up,
loyal.
helping them out. That's Hufflepuff through and through.
Totally. Yeah, totally. I sure it just kind of seems like that warm, kind, gentle soul could
Hmm.
totally just like do anything to protect the people that he cares about for sure.
Hmm.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. And my last one is going to be a little bit meta.
Okay.
You've been around for a while. You're actually a moderator for our channel just because you're
Hmm.
amazing. My
Thank you.
question is, what has been one of your biggest takeaways from watching some of the videos that we've like watching some of the tours that we've done?
My biggest takeaway from others, well, other than the fact that I've rated so many ideas from everybody else, and I swear, so many of my plots are idea raids from everyone around me. Um, you know,
I think it's such a beautiful thing that not only do
yeah,
you take inspiration from others, but you're also inspiring others too, because it's always an exchange. It's a
yeah,
trade off that we don't realize. Just going through these homes, and that's kind of why we do them is we get glimpses into people's lives, even though
mhm,
it's all digital, right? And you
right,
have taken elements of your real world experiences,
hmm,
and very unfortunate tragedies too, and you've expressed
hmm,
that through Palia. And as we walk through these homes and we immortalize all this work that it takes to get these items and to get them laid out in the way that you want and the colors that you want, um, you are sharing with us something beautiful that it's just the build, but it's always beneath the surface where we learn about individual preferences and
yeah,
inspirations and real world experiences, like you mentioned,
yeah,
and cultures. And it's just
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah, that is. I mean, I'm definitely one of the people who sits through the Q&A because, as you state, there are behind every one of these plots, there is a real person who's, like you say, part of that creative process. Their style, their story, uh, like you said, culture. Sometimes it's a matter of, can I challenge myself to go outside of the norm,
Yes.
and there's just so many things that go into each plot design or even redesign, which is what this is, that
Yes.
it is so interesting to hear everybody's stories behind their builds.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
suppose that's
It
probably one of the biggest takeaways there could be.
yeah, that is very, very, very true. And I want to thank you, Denebula, for inviting us out to your plot, and I want to thank everybody who's watched so far. Y'all know what to do by now. Just give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. Like, you can totally play along in the Q&A too. The questions that I ask, you can answer them in your own way, and tell me like what inspired you about this plot. There's a lot of things. You know, as I mentioned, there's 4 different design cores. Denebula falls into clean core, and it's very well laid out. It's very well lit, and everything just like it jives together. You can see just so many clean lines and everything. But I will see you all for the next Paleo tour again. Denebula, thank you so much. And if you're interested in a
Thank
tour,
you.
there's a link in the description. I check it out and sign up before it's too late because I'm booked.
Oh, golly, yes.
But I really
It's
appreciate
only good.
everybody's support. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say it's only going to get crazier from here.
That is right.
But,
All right, everybody.
but yeah, we definitely sign up because we want to see your plot.
Absolutely. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks again. Bye bye. It's finna commit. I'm gonna give me a
Take
minute.
3.
We'll sit so far away from each other. But I got you in view though.